All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of Avalon. It's been a long week, but I'm glad to be back. Be somewhat decently prepared. Yeah. I'm warning you guys ahead of time. I have a major headache, so I'm gonna keep this very brief. Okay? I'm going to also set out a small reminder. While we are doing Avalon, I am not paying attention to chat. So, if you come in here and say hello, I'm not going to respond. Okay? My primary focus is going to be on the campaign. But, however, I do have mods always watching the chat. So, if you think that you can come in here and be a toxic little shitlord, probably about 8 years old, throwing out racial and hateful slurs in my chat, they have full permission to permanently ban you. Okay? Good. Now that that's out of the way, basic rules of my chat, once again during Avalon, is don't be an asshole. Hey. Now that that is cleared up, we can go ahead and begin. Okay, I believe I have everything pulled up now, except not roll 20 d20, just in case if they decide to go hunt some stuff today. But I highly doubt it. Show you that where they are going. Okay.
Mother was a NASA scientist, and while she was in labor with him, she was doing like math for like calculating star distance while doing labor and all that shit. It's like, I'm sorry, if Jack Black is gonna enter the world, it's while doing star math.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't have Jack Black without star math, so.
You're right, you got me
And
there.
probably a lot of meth. Or
Jack
cocaine.
Black with meth.
Thanks, NASA,
Or both.
for giving us Jack Black.
Yes, thank you, NASA.
Shout out for NASA. Right.
So, question
well,
for those that know, what is it like being a masochist?
What?
Glorious.
Like, how does that work? I'm trying to grasp that concept.
There's a weird chemical imbalance in your head,
Pain is
and it goes from there.
Dave, how do you feel about pain?
Personally, I hate pain.
right.
I'm sorry, you and Cody can no longer be friends.
no, we can be best friends. He just afflicts pain.
Person who derives
that is
sexual
true.
gratification
I am a bit of
from
a
their own
sadist.
pain or humiliation. You know,
Dave,
there,
you said you're a sadist. Cody's
Yeah.
the exact opposite.
I'm aware.
you would be the top in this situation.
Yes.
Although humiliation is not one of my.
No, Cody, you're toning on his pain. We all know this.
Yes.
Cody likes to find a woman with stiletto heels and just go right in the center of my foot, please.
No, he
Stop
likes
on it.
30,000 volts straight to the nipples. We already know that one.
No,
Yeah, fair.
Cody is the type of guy that would literally pay somebody to step on his balls with stilettos.
Cody would pull the prank he did on me on himself.
You know,
True.
I have seen dick crushing. It does not look satisfying at all. I don't know how people get off to that.
I don't either. Anyway. So
Yeah, welcome to the session, everybody. Once again, normal conversations happening.
it doesn't surprise me. I'll be honest.
What
gotta
would
fi-
surprise you at this point?
Literally with your group, nothing.
All right, guys, we're
Oh,
gonna be
no.
normal.
Okay, guys,
I think
I'm-
us being normal
I'm
would
normal.
surprise him.
No, next time he gets on, we're going to be singing church hymns.
Oh God.
You can't fight
Oh,
NDA on that one.
no.
They're free use.
I don't want the gods to smite my Discord and say, "How dare you?"
How about no?
We buried you bastards in
Nerd.
the lowest pit of hell.
We said politely, Fuck off. We're doing a better job.
All right. So-
Yep.
Last week was mostly just talking.
Yeah, a lot of talking.
A lot of talking. And then you guys got picked up by William's escorts.
It was a lot of talking and a lot of clowning around.
Yes. And you
A
guys
few crimes committed.
and you guys said your goodbyes, temporary goodbyes to the Imperials, who are also going to be joining you for the Festival of the Lost in Winter Hollow. But with some fun pranks
Man,
and
am I glad I had that
shenanigans.
unloaded.
With some pranks and shenanigans, you guys met up with Chitaru Geru, who is William's escort that he sent to you guys.
A very angry monk.
A very... I recall differently. She was very calm.
Just
Silent rage is a thing, Josh. And Usk knows it.
True.
Except for monks.
Yeah, they just turn people into musical instruments.
time for Carol of the Bells.
Bang, fries are done. Bang, fries are done.
That brings me right back around to the character I made.
Would you
Fighter
like
monk.
an apple pie with that?
Why specifically a fighter monk?
Because the advanced weapon training fighter with the weapon adept monk.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically using a quarterstaff.
Sounds interesting.
Considering I built it completely and at level 20 he hits with almost a 30 at 10s in all his stats.
So yes, we're traveling.
Yes, you guys have boarded your airship that was provided to you by William. Very pixelated, I know, but this is the best thing that I can come up with that William would possibly own.
Alicia made it for him.
Absolutely. And he went to her and said, "Look, I don't need anything grand or fancy. Just make it as minimalistic as possible." So, there you go.
I call it
The
the
piece
needle
of shit.
dick.
The needle dick.
The needle dick.
It took me a second because all I heard was piece of shit and dick.
It's called It Works.
It gets you
Needle
from
neck.
point A to point B.
I
That's
heard
Which is
needle neck,
honestly
but
the-
I-
The most
I-
stylish ship we'll ever have. One that just it works. End of
I
story.
don't know if this is done or not.
All right. So, you guys are going to be on this ship for a little over a week. 9 days, to be precise.
Okay.
Woo! 9 days.
Then you guys shall stop at the floating island of Avalon to restock and refuel.
Alrod's lesser known island brother, Alrath.
And then from Avalon, you'll be traveling 3 days directly to the sky docks of Winter Hollow.
Matt, I'll have you know, Alrath is older than Alron.
Oh, my bad.
Alrath is part of the reason the world looks the way it does.
Yeah.
We regret nothing.
we don't.
I mean, they call it a tidal wave.
For a reason.
Tidal wave for a reason.
I
There
hate
we
you
go.
both. So we're on a ship.
Yeah, and you guys have 9 days of downtime.
Well, I guess we're going through with getting the whole maybe getting our own magical ship thingy. We should learn as much about magic ship navigation and all that stuff.
That's
Right
Will
right
you
now.
do that, Mr. Navigator?
Yeah,
Mr. Sea person.
I'm going to
Seaman.
learn.
What would my job be on an airship?
Pull use muscles, pulling ropes.
So I'm a rigger.
A rigger or a
Hey,
cannoneer.
Careful with that one.
It's the
Yeah.
actual position, Joey. It's called a rigger.
Rigger.
R-I-G-E-R.
I know. I'm just trying not to say it when everyone else is talking, just in case it kind of phonetics.
Yes. Miscommunications and mispronunciations and people not hearing the words correctly on a stream. Absolutely
Wouldn't
perfect.
be the first time.
And it doth not be the
Well-
last.
Definitely won't be the fucking last.
Precisely.
This makes
So-
me want to sing a song.
No.
Don't you dare sing the college humor song.
I wasn't gonna.
All right. So yeah, Josh. I guess Gil is going to just walk about the ship, like learning from the captain or whomever the navigator is and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the ship is going to be populated with the appropriate sailors that are required for functionality. Yeah.
How big is this ship, by the way?
It looks like a small small passenger vessel. Maybe it couldn't hold no more than say 20 passengers. Besides,
Sounds like a schooner.
besides the crew. So yeah, like maybe like a schooner or a sloop, I would probably say.
I'd say because we would theoretically be getting like a slip or a not slip, a schooner or can't remember that. There's a smaller version of ships too.
Yeah. So
So I need to get a rough estimate of like how many people it takes.
well, let me go and actually look at like ships and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think a sloop is the smallest one. Because then you got ketch and brigandines, and then cavaliers, and then barracks, galleys, baroques, fellions, frigate, men of war, ship of the line, like that kind of jazz.
Furniture, trades, and vehicles.
Have a song.
No.
Yes.
All right, so let's see here.
We can look this up in our own time if need
Yeah,
be, Josh.
you're probably going to be looking at about the crew size for a ship about this large is going to be close to 15 to 20.
Mm,
So
we would need to
basically a
hire crew.
40 so basically a 40 person maximum for the ship.
Mhm. All right.
So yes, you will have to hire individuals to actually function with the ship. So this one little out of your price range.
No, I mean, but I was thinking just what theoretically the smallest. Like, I would ask, what's the smallest size of these we could get?
You know who we should ask about ships?
The people in Father and Dern.
Oh, not just them. Our drow friend.
Oh yeah.
You know, the captain who took
Hey.
us to the Underdark.
Listen, we're investing in flying ship. I don't think she wants to deal with that bullshit just yet.
I mean, it's basically the same premise.
It is. You're not wrong.
We could
I-
ask
it's-
her.
We could. Absolutely, we could. It's just one of those lovelinesses of. It's such an interesting thing to think about, the fact that water travel is technically safer than air travel currently because there are more pirates in the sky than in the water nowadays.
As he's saying that, I'm just going to walk away and learn how to tie knots.
Another thing we could do is probably ask her if she wanted to, say,
Inve-
captain our ship.
That's true.
That's where I was going with that.
But once again, that requires us to have a steady financial income. We have a large sum as a down deposit, but we don't have a continuous income from trade or anything. Theoretically, we could Ooh. I've read some letters.
Okay.
And
So Gil is going into the business standpoint of owning an airship and maintaining it.
I mean, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this right, man.
For the 12 days, I'm just going to go ahead and say that Ryan is making scrolls and doing shit.
Yes, more money.
Yep.
All right, what is everybody else doing?
Learning how to tie knots.
Learning how to shoot cannons.
Making money.
Also showing off Nar.
Oh yeah.
He's almost empty, so don't expect much.
Oh, I'm not expecting much.
Just showing off Nar, not selling Nar's products.
I mean, if Nar wants to sell something to someone, he can.
Yeah, he ain't doing too good on his wares right now. Definitely should probably head back to the Underdark. Stock him back up. But at the moment, he's just enjoying the sights. Being a good little tourist. Alright, so Dave,
Doesn't mean I'm not going to show him off. I've got a mimic on my waist.
yeah, so Dave, you are making potions and such.
Yeah, I just have to do my math.
Okay, fair enough. Go and stop to find base camp. Because I have to add a map.
Add a map. Add a map. Add a map.
Alright. So, as you guys are sailing along and enjoying the open sights of the Western Ocean, as it stretches far, far beyond most of what your eyes can see. So eventually you guys do come across the actual like floating islands that you could the floating island that you could see. From this island you guys could see obviously the large metal structure of the under portion of this island, the magical engines that are keeping it afloat, and surprisingly a vast number of airships that are coming in and out of this island. It's very large. And even some little pirate ships that are down at the bottom on the actual water.
So wait, there are what was that? There are pirate ships at the bottom.
Yeah, there are ships that are like on the just on the outside of the island's shadow, and as you guys get closer and closer, you see like there are like crates and boxes and stuff being sent down magically to these ships, and then more that are being brought up. And
Fascinating.
so you guys dock at Avalon on the 9th day, but unfortunately this island really doesn't have that large of a town or a city or something like that. It's mostly just large industrial buildings. As you look around and you see like there are fields as far as the eye can see on the one side of the island, full of growing crops and food, and the other side is full of a vast forest in which you can see the progression of aging in the trees, as some of them are getting taller and wider, and others are just little saplings that were just recently planted for wood farming.
Huh. Fascinating. Is anyone going? How long are we in this port staying?
They say that we could probably go ahead and just spend the night here.
All right, so
I've never been on one of these before. Or have I?
You have.
but say
Oh,
no. I
Floating
don't know
Island?
if he was with us when we went there.
He was.
Where'd I go? Rosario? Ravenstein? No.
Were you at the floating islands when?
That's when we first got the book. He wasn't, I think,
No, that's right. He wasn't.
because we didn't meet John until we went to Baroque.
Ah, that's right. Yeah,
Right.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So this
One of
is.
these.
Yeah. So this is John's first time being.
This is very strange. How's the pressure? That's a weird question.
Dude, the pressure is pretty solid. Just feels like you're walking on just a regular continent.
I'm gonna jump a few times because it's mild.
Gil is going to take this time to send out some of the letters he wrote.
All right, fair enough. Who are you sending a letter to?
One to my sisters and brother, regarding the idea of starting a small airship version of trade, using it as a mobile trade post or something like that. Another one to our lovely captain friend. And then another one to my mother, just checking. See how she's doing.
All right, so one to your sisters and brothers for business.
Yep. And it's both. It's business slash like, hi, how you doing?
Catch up. One
Yeah.
to your mother, you said?
Yeah, just kind of a more in depth like, hey, so we've been doing this stuff.
Like, hi, I'm still alive.
Yeah, basically that kind of jazz. And then one to our lovely captain friend, whose name's completely escaping me at this current moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now we're gonna look through Dave's notes. See if it's in here.
Alry?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Alry
I-
Torzak.
It's the annoying thing of Gil will definitely remember these names. Matt's a fucking idiot.
Fair enough.
And being like, business proposition for you.
You want to be a captain for our new airship company that we haven't
Well,
fully fleshed out yet?
I'm working on that. While I'm here, I'm going to the bank. I'm discussing these things. If there's a bank here.
Unfortunately not. There is no bank here on Torzeth. Or
Well,
Alron.
I'm going to talk to the dockmaster then and get a good idea of the general functions of the stuff I would know, but like get an idea from more of the merchant's perspective than like I'm the guard grunt perspective.
Hmm.
Isn't that something you should know anyways?
I think Gil has understanding of the merchant's perspective from his home, where the ships came to them and then went out from there. But Gil never did any of the mercantile things outside of Shea Isle. He understood the business of it, but he never been on. He's never actually discussed being a merchant outside of the place where he was already like. I don't have to go look for goods to move and transport and sell. They're coming here for
you
the
already had the goods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's more or less along the lines of, hey, if we were looking for things to trade and such, like what are the good places to go, yada yada.
That kind of jazz. Like, would we be able to get like open titles to be like, we'll move this lumber? Are there open bids to move lumber and that kind of stuff, or move crops and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, obviously the shipmaster will give you some pretty solid information of saying like, oh yeah, the floating islands are always like moving stuff in and out, especially like food and supplies for building and everything, because that's their primary functionality in the world of Avalon since their creation. It strives off of people who actually are able to afford the airships and to move the products. Hence the reason why most of the competition that you're going to have is like big businesses.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that bad of a competition considering that there's always something to move.
All right.
But if you were looking for like a good start, here in Alron, we're always moving stuff very, very far distance.
Well, mhm.
The food and everything that we grow here is actually paid in full by the Baroque School of Magic. We're the ones who grow all the food for their cafeterias.
Yeah.
We're also the product producers of all of the wood that is needed for building structures and improving the continent of where Winter Hollow resides.
Yeah.
And some deals here and there, but those are always like special orders and others that are sent way, way far out.
Yeah, because my current thought is to charter an airship under the Xyrus Trading Company and then use family name to build up an
The who?
airship. Which is Matt explaining.
I know, but he's gonna be like, the who?
Is it not called the Xyrus Trading Company?
No, he just never heard of you.
This was more of me thinking out loud, but yeah. We mainly sell wine over in the Eastern Oceans.
Oh, you one of them fancy elf trade folk. Okay.
Well, give that
As
away.
if the blue skin didn't already scream weird.
Or the pointy ears screaming elf.
Yes, let's all just make fun of my outward appearance, why don't we?
Racist fucks.
You don't gotta
Exactly.
tell us
Thank
to do
you.
that. We'll do it anyway.
Appreciate it.
We could
But
do
no.
worse.
That was Matt explaining to Josh the current thought going in the head.
I know. Oh, good. But yeah, he gives you some pretty solid advice.
Pretty good here. I would at some point, if I don't know, I assume we're staying on the ship because why the fuck would we rent an inn?
Oh yeah, you guys have rooms on the ship that you stay in.
I would hold later in the
Jazz
evening.
down.
I would hold a little powwow.
Jazz.
Later in the evening, I hold a little powwow explaining them current thoughts.
You have those?
More than you.
Bold of you to assume I'm not thinking all the time.
Bold of you to assume the same, bitch. Pot, meat, kettle.
You're blue. I'm gray. That doesn't work.
It does if you enjoy the Colts.
What about cults?
All right, so
All right, so yeah, you guys all
I'll go with this.
gather in one of your little rooms and sit down and start discussing all.
Mm-hmm. I assumed I was trying to stop my thing, so people could do things in Alron if they wanted to.
Nothing to do.
Take a wild stab in the dark. What we're gonna try and do, Matt?
Scam people.
You know
No,
us
the
so
Wanderer scam people.
You know us so well.
It's so funny. The Wanderers were the scam artists. Like everyone in this party's like somewhat in legitimate business dealings.
Speak for yourself.
I said
I
somewhat.
made things for pennies on the dollar and sold them at an 800% markup. I legit overpriced damn near everything for what I made it for.
But like think about it. Like Morgan would try to gamble all the time. There was the try the move William contest.
Morgan was running that.
Like there was so
oh my
many.
God, the Wanderers were scam artists.
The Wanderers
Yeah.
ran a lot of scams.
Hell,
Dude,
I remember getting the bow of judgment and trying to get people
The
to pay
Bow
and pull the
Judgment
string.
scam. Yep, that was a good one.
yep. Didn't I at one point, like, wasn't I making and selling cursed items?
You were.
You
Yes.
The Wanderers were legitimately scamming people.
Mhm.
But no.
Heroes of the world, everyone.
Yep. Then we had Grimmick for that short time, and he was like, "I'm just gambling all the time."
Mhm.
He was cheating too, I think.
Yeah,
He was?
Yeah, he was hustling.
He was hustling.
Like the dream catchers are like, I make potions, I make scrolls, I fix things, I do leather, like legitimate jobs of just wandering like folks trying to find work.
And then the
But I-
Wanderer is just over here
It's fucking
fleecing people for money.
different world.
Same world, different times.
Yeah, I know.
Different people.
But no,
That's it.
so Gil would, I guess in that case, then Gil would explain. So my current theory, if we were to go through with buying a small airship, I've written letters to my siblings and I've written letters to Ellie, to see if she would be interested in piloting and or navigating our ship, theoretically moving some of her mercantile business to the air,
Oh,
and then
that's actually a good idea.
and then chartering the ship underneath my family's name by using airships to sell products from a further distance away. Because that way, if we charter it underneath my family's name, we are already tied to legitimate business and are less likely to be, what's the word, harassed by being small, just a trading ship. We have a larger corporation behind us.
I mean, if we're harassed, I could always just hit them.
Yes, but then we gain a reputation that we're hard to work with and no one wants to trade with us.
So we're gonna go about doing the whole trade thing?
This is in theory. If we wish to get the airship, which it seems we're kind of yes towards, this is a way.
I thought we were saving the money for like upgrades and stuff.
That's what I thought too.
Oh, did I completely
That's what I thought.
I completely
I thought as
misremembered
well.
events then. My bad. This is just a way in the future, though, if we. 'Cause I think it's sometime, inevitably, we wish to acquire one of these. No?
It's definitely
Oh.
something to have in our back pocket. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. So if we can set the groundwork now. I mean, heck, we can even theoretically, depending how much finances my family is willing to shell out, have them purchase an airship from Father and Durr as a Zyrus family company ship without us having to spend our own money.
Then we would technically be renting the ship from your family's company, and if anything happened to it, we owed them.
That's fine. I wouldn't make them charge you.
That's just bad business practice.
Exactly. Wait, is that towards me or towards Scarlet?
Yes.
That's towards you.
Oh. It's not truly a renting of a ship, considering you have a Zyrus on the ship.
In other words, the ship would be in your name.
Exactly.
Besides, if anything ever actually does happen to the ship, insurances will always cover it.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the.
That doesn't mean insurance fraud.
I would. Why would you even bring that up?
Because Drax here.
Drac is a thief, not a scammer.
That's what you think.
I mean, insurance fraud is definitely a way to take money, but I mean,
It's
not your
complicated.
own things, and not something of worth as an airship.
You don't need to just steal an airship and sell it. Then would we try to commit insurance fraud?
I would make more money smuggling things on our own airship.
Are you guys
Exactly.
on, like, the ship or like in? Oh wait, no, we're in Avalon. Never mind. Yeah.
But that is at least in
Dominic, do
theory.
you think we were trying to mutiny the ship?
No, I was just like, are we having this conversation
That-
in the middle of the deck? And I forgot.
No,
that
we're in a
we're
room.
Avalon.
We could also do that. We could take a ship.
No,
Why would you
it's
do
owned
that?
by a wanderer. You really want to go against one of them?
I'm not talking about this ship in particular. There are other airships.
Like that idiot captain we first had.
True.
So you-
Although I don't think he's the captain no more.
His ship is also too large for us to really maintain and function. We
Do you
need
want the
something like the
pirates?
size.
Do you want to pirate another ship?
We need something this size or smaller, even. But I'm saying in theory, because initially when we brought up the idea of an airship, we were uncertain how we would deal with slip costs, maintenance, a crew, and all those things. I've come up with a legitimized strategy to how to go forward with the thought of having an airship, while also still making us coin.
Well,
I mean, that's fair.
we will definitely have to ponder on this some more.
Agreed.
I mean, I would say, considering our main goal currently is to deal with whatever the hell this plane throws at us, personal upgrades is a good idea. But also,
Yes.
we should look into a more steady form of income running in the background whilst we are also out adventuring.
I mean, I can always steal more.
A more legitimate form of steady income whilst we're out adventuring.
I'm just picking on you.
If you're gonna steal from anyone, steal from the rich.
That would be the point.
And
Yeah.
line our pockets.
That would be the point. Yes. Why else would you steal?
I don't know. People are petty.
Satisfaction.
Some people get a high off of it
Kleptomania.
from that bread.
Jazz, what are you doing?
I
I am not a jungle gym.
I've at least written out an itemized theory, not itemized. I've at least written out a business plan. If any of you wish to review it,
Nope, that's your department.
Itemized plan to steal a boat.
we are not stealing a boat.
Maybe in the future, John.
You make it seem like I want to steal a boat.
You're the only one bringing up stealing a boat.
Let's just at least put this in the back of our heads for now. And once the whole festival thing at Winter Hollow is over, we'll decide there. Because once the Festival of the Lost is over, that kind of signifies the end of our journey.
What's I mean, a multinational tour that we initially set off on, but yes. So plenty of other things to deal with.
Yeah, the whole reason we started this tour was to work against the Dark Guilds from attacking these festivals, right?
I mean, because think about it. We've at least dealt with the Dark Guild at every festival so far.
Yes. Well, there had to be a reason they were attacking these festivals to begin with, and
Well,
I think we've kind of lost that sight.
well, the Lumina we did, in all honesty. Well, the Lumina Festival had the Kings of Chaos coincide because they wanted to steal the nobility. I assume for sacrifice or something. I don't think we ever got an answer to that one. And then we actually never made it to the tournament of strength. We went
we prevented.
Yeah, we
what was going to-
prevented the attack on the tournament.
That's what I was getting at. We prevented by the same Dark Guild. The Wild Hunt has us interrelated with the Raven's Eye. But do we know all the Dark Guilds? I mean, I guess
Who remains?
Let me go check that out real fast.
Jazz, stop stripping.
Guilds. Let's see.
Jazz.
You guys have destroyed the Kings of Chaos. Raven's Eye is gone. There is still the Risen Demons, the Forsaken, and Death's Hand.
Oh yes, the
But
assassins.
as of right now, those guilds are not causing any real ruckus
That we know of.
or making any
Obvious plays.
world-threatening moves.
Yep, large
We
enough
should-
to destroy an entire festival.
We should still maybe begin investigating towards them, just in case we are summoned to help with those actions. I believe also they're most likely going to ask for us back in Faris because then I believe the Nines have plans for us.
They do owe us training. They do owe us training.
But Eve, I think, said they'll be writing to us or they will come get us when the time is correct. I'm not sure.
I thought she told us that we can come when we're ready.
Oh, my bad.
Huh.
So as of right now, it seems that our time is our own.
And yes, so we can take after. So we'll take some jobs in Winter Hollow after meeting with Master Glickman. I believe because we're selling him something, aren't we?
Yes, we
Yes.
are. We are
Oh yeah,
selling
that wirewood
him
that we have.
We've had that for
Yes.
so long.
20 pounds of rare magical wood.
Mhm. Which is the initial reason that this meeting is taking place. But given all the events that have transpired between here and then, I believe that there's going to be more to this meeting that meets the eye.
Politics.
To
Joy.
think, Usk, getting getting kidnapped by a dark guild and having your hands effectively chopped off would lead to you meeting one of the most powerful people in the world.
Who?
Several, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, could have done it without the whole,
I mean, what is it? Isn't
broken
Master
hands, but yeah.
isn't Master Glickman one of the last wanderers we've yet to meet?
He
Other
is...
than his wife Alicia
Yes, that's true.
and their other daughter.
Wasn't there a dwarf or something like that with them too?
Oh, that's right. Well, we're planning on going to Fathinder anyway, just to see it.
We could also
Yeah.
get some upgrades done there too.
Exactly. It's a good place to go for our necessity needs for upgrading or magical items and or even getting an airship depending on what we want.
Also, so I can fix the ungodly mistake I made on that snowy town.
I
That-
told
the
you
weapon that was used once and crit on its only time it was ever used.
I told
Yeah.
you should have waited until we were in Algrove, but you decided, no, random blacksmith, put this thing on my arm.
Joe,
You're like
you
a
missed
drunk
it.
man getting a tattoo. Bad idea.
Yeah,
You missed
fucking Germany. Cody used the blade for the first time in the fight with Bravana and crit on the roll.
Oh, the push blade?
Yeah,
Yeah.
only time it was ever used.
Fucking useless piece of shit.
For now.
Well, it has
I
the
mean-
broken condition and everything. I didn't even realize that when I clicked it.
Yeah.
Alright, so just as you guys are talking amongst yourself and come to a conclusion, we're just gonna chill until after Winter Hollow. And then we'll go from there. The door, you guys hear a knock on the door,
Oh no.
Come in.
and opens the door, and Chitaru is there. And she just gives you guys a polite bow, and she says, "I hate to interrupt anything that's you guys are discussing, but
No. We're just finishing up. What do you need?
the airship is about to leave again."
Oh. Thank you very much. Aren't we on the airship?
No, you guys were
Yes.
talking about this
we're-
in town, I thought.
No, he said we met up in one of the rooms on the airship.
Oh, okay. Well,
You're just letting us know, like, fasten
Just
your seatbelt,
brace,
bitches.
brace for takeoff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right,
Hold
and
on to your
then-
nipple clamps.
Wow.
Cody,
Yes.
Hold on
put
to
your
your,
nipple clamps away.
hold
No.
on to your thumb screws.
Isn't there a child in your room?
Yeah, but he's like 4. He doesn't understand.
Listen, man, iPad kids are evolving these days.
Dude, I got roasted by a fucking 12-year-old.
Middle schoolers are scary.
Middle
No, they're
schoolers are scary, but that's
For you-
because middle schoolers are mean as fuck and don't give a shit.
Yep.
Well,
Thank you, John
well.
Mulaney.
Actually.
I also want to point out.
Look at that high-waisted man. He got
He's-
feminine hips.
I saw the face he made when you said that too. Also, let's point out he's 4, not 12.
Alright.
So
Three-
flying.
3 more days go by. And then finally, you guys start to approach the capital of Winter Hollow.
I want to look over the side of the ship to see what the terrain looks like.
Very hilly, and you guys also realize that it is much colder now.
Gil's immediately pulling out the winter gear from our trip up into the mountains.
Just pulling my bear cloak tighter around myself.
Gil and Anathil huddle around Zorloff for warmth.
But yeah, the temperature begins to drop as you guys slowly make your way more south, and start to approach the mountainous region, snow and tranquility of Winter Hollow.
Oh,
This place is fucking gorgeous.
Yes,
In the distance, you could hear the sleigh bells ring.
It's
Or
quite
it says
quite
Glickmas
beautiful.
once again.
Glickmas ring, are you listening? In the lane, Glick McGlistening.
I hate it here.
In the lane, it's for Glickmas.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody ragdoll like that, Cody.
Gil speaks through shattering teeth.
Oh.
How's Anathil dealing with the cold?
She's like, I don't want to be here.
Can we go back to the warm?
She's like one of those people who are like fully like wool
He's
mittens,
fucking doing somersaults down
giant
the mountain.
like giant fucking furred hood, like tied to almost like a Kenny standard of South
Or
Park.
Gil and Anathil are Californians when it hits 60 degrees.
Damn.
Precisely.
so true.
I'm gonna use my direwolf pelt. Just fuck it.
I am also shivering a little bit.
You want some
It's
wolf
cold.
pelts?
All right, so now you guys get your first look at Winter Hollow.
Look at this
fucking
place.
gorgeous.
Ain't it cool?
Okay, so let me
My
go and
city's on a mountain.
let me go and find
I just
my.
I could hear
notes.
the triumphant trumpet. Just da 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 da.
Perpetual sleigh bells ring, but the whip crack is all monks hitting things.
It's boards hitting their faces.
Dun 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 dun. Hi-ya! Ah!
No, it's like the
Alrighty.
Monty Python skit.
Oh fuck! How did that go?
So
I don't
the
remember how that went.
mountainous regions of Winter Hollow, while not as tall as the mountains of Father and Dur, being as south as this continent is, it still tends to bring up a bunch of feet of snow, especially during the winter holiday. Winter Hollow is well known for holding its major festival, the Festival of the Lost, during the year's time frame in IRL versions of Christmas and New Year's. Celebrating togetherness and unity within the plane and remembering those that we have lost over the year. Winter Hollow is also known for its many landmarks that reside on the continent, being in control of all of the districts of Arilla, Timberfrost, Warriors Peak, Old Town, Skyfront, Wolfhelm, and of course the main capital. Key buildings in this region consist of the Takuyaki Monastery, along with the Warriors Peak Memorial Mall, the Aurelian Monk statue, and the hot springs that also reside within the mountain regions of Winter Hollow.
Did you say there was a mall?
No, a memorial wall.
I heard mall.
There's a
Um,
wall.
The wall's pretty cool. We should check it out.
Okay. General architecture of this area mainly consists of Norse and ancient Celtic.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
large note that I have here, cold AF.
Me and Josh spent a while on this.
Thank you, Dave. It was going to bother me.
Yep.
No. Oh, that one.
All right. So, as you guys are flown into the main capital, but not into the actual main city. It's more or less down in like this area. I would say there's like a little sky dock right here. So you guys get to walk through the main intercity and back up to where the monastery resides.
Top of the fucking mountain.
So as you get off, obviously the crew is going to start moving a bunch of crates and boxes and stuff out the way. A lot of other passengers get off, and you guys come up from the deck dressed in your full winter gear, and Chitaru is still there in her usual attire.
Usk doesn't have winter gear, just his warm ass cloak.
That's winter gear, my dude.
Direwolf pelt.
It's not an actual cloak, it's the cloak that I made from the bear hide.
Alright, so she straightens up and she says, "Alright, if everybody's ready, we can head to the monastery."
There's one thing I want to do first. How deep is the snow?
Me too. I'll be right back.
Well, he like goes down the plank, the ramp on the ship.
Gangplank.
Like, just walks over to the edge where the actual path is carved out of the snow. He looks down at her. She's like, "Well, if you stay on the path, not very high, but off the path, it's about 2.5, 3 feet now."
How far is the ship from the ground?
I mean, like it's rested on like a platform for the
So going to
skydock.
the platform, Brady.
Matt knows where I'm going with this.
Oh, I absolutely know where you're going. I knew as soon as you asked.
But like on the main platform, I would say it's about counting the snow about 5-6 feet off the ground. Like you could very easily just like vault over this and go into the snow, but
That is exactly what I'm doing.
I figured.
I knew we grew up in snow and knew where this is going.
Face first.
Anyways, I would have done it anyways. You know, if you take a little damage, you take a little damage. Big whoop.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
would just done it instead of asking.
fair enough.
But Gil and Anthil are being fucking salty because it's cold.
Yes. And nobody knows endure elements.
Technically, I'm under the effect of endure elements.
Alright, so Chitaru will lead you guys through the path after you guys are done playing in the snow and through the main part of the city. Up the higher parts of this portion of the mountainside through well, actually decorated buildings and such, as you see a lot of the shop owners start like up on ladders and their coats and stuff hanging like decorations on their buildings, as looks like the town is preparing for the festival that's in a month. So eventually she leads you guys further up, and you guys also hear the sounds of rushing water as you guys get your first look at the Takoyaki Monastery.
Oh damn.
So, the Takoyaki Monastery, give me knowledge history rolls.
Knowledge history.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Safe to say I might know something.
I'm actually
Matt?
trying to do that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Matt. I thought your roll was mine for a second.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought yours was mine.
They popped up at exactly the same time.
Cody, I got your rolls. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Gil chattering his teeth.
Won't be at my computer for another half hour.
Oh, good. All right. So, Gil, you happen to have read a couple of books while you were jumbling around in the libraries of Fortica. Came across a couple of things about the monastery. Pretty much that the monastery was here for well over 150 years already. It was remodeled about 20 years ago after Master Glickman took over as the head monk of the monastery.
Don't forget after it was destroyed during the Demon War.
Yeah, I was about to say, wouldn't that have happened directly after the Demon Wars?
I forgot that it was destroyed. You are correct.
You wrecked the place, man. I came through a wall.
Right. So
Fighting
after its
the
destruction,
Zuzu?
the Zuzu, yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and scribble that out of my notes real fast.
That motherfucker killed my master.
Yeah, after the destruction of the monastery during the Demon Wars, it was completely redone, and Master Glickman, after his quote-unquote retirement from adventuring, took over the monastery as the head monk to begin training the next generation of students.
I love the quote-unquote, like, yeah, he totally stopped.
And so Chitaru brings you guys up to the main doors, and you guys can see and hear quite a lot of people actually walking around and going about their days and training and such. You guys pass by a group of monks that are outside, like already in the knee-high snow, just like standing there and focusing.
I have to ask, how were you all able to bear the cold so well?
It's not as hard as you think it is.
I am from a place with palm trees.
And I come
You see,
from
there's your first problem.
a place of warmth. Elves. We are not made for this weather. But
We can legitimately grow wine year round.
But I can tell you one thing, it certainly is a nice wake up.
Agreed, Anethil. Agreed.
It
Really sharpens your
certainly is
senses.
Cold here.
Anethel and Gil both receive a plentiful handful of snow down the back of their shirts.
Ah, you bastard!
I'm just gonna scoop up a snowball with my mostly metal hand and yeet it, Gil.
I swear to God, do not make me shoot you with water, because I will freeze you where you stand and leave you.
Why not just use your snowball spell and pelt him with snowballs back?
Thank you, Rose.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
You all
I haven't seen snow in a while.
You'll all have plenty of time to play around in the snow. But first, I feel as if it would be necessary that I show you to Master Glickman, so that way he knows you are safe.
Thank you very much.
Just when you enter the monastery, please remain silent. I believe that there is a test happening.
Of course.
So, you guys enter the monastery.
I look at her before we go in. Do you have any duct tape?
Is it for Jean?
Grab your tokens.
And they're all sitting there motionless, shirtless.
I mean, let's be honest.
I don't know who their teacher is.
William's
Not
gonna
even
do it. He's gonna...
breathing. Not even breathing. They have become so zen that they have lost the ability to breathe.
I'm wondering who the angel-looking person is. I have an idea. It's you, Dave, but...
Or, the youngest daughter.
I know
That's-
exactly who that is.
It's definitely the youngest daughter, then, if the way Dave's talking.
I know exactly who it is, but
Why is there a
I'm not
red
gonna say
tiefling?
anything.
She does her own thing.
Alright, so Chitaru enters the monastery, ushering you guys in. As soon as you guys actually pass through the walls of the monastery, you guys don't feel the cold anymore. Like a nice, calming, like maybe 60, 75, or 60, 65 degrees.
Gil is still
All this
bundled up.
manly musk and heat.
Gil's still bundled up in his winter clothes. That's still too cold for him.
As we're walking in the door, I'm gonna put my hands on the back of Gil's neck.
Gil's trying his best not to let out a noise. And he's gonna look
The
at
metal
us.
hand that has been
He-
chilling in the snow.
He's gonna look at us with the face of 1,000. I'm going to murder you. And be like, I am already blue. No need to make me more.
I wanted to see if you turn purple.
All right, so
Please, no.
I've already
Chitaru-
seen him turn purple.
Chitaru is going to go ahead and walk up to this door right here. He's going to quietly slide it open and wave you guys in as she puts a finger to her lips as to like usher you guys and ushers you into the room where you guys are here there filled in a room with a bunch of students that I'm actually going to delete a couple just to make room for you guys.
The implication that there's a fuck ton is implied.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a lot of students in this room, as 6 in particular. Cody, where are you going?
I would probably be sticking with Gil and Anathel.
Yeah, we're
We're going into this room.
yeah, we're all going in here.
Hold on, I'm not at my computer, so
Oh, I don't know.
Someone else moved him.
I don't know who moved you then.
Dave.
That wasn't me, so.
All right. So as you guys enter the room, students are sitting amongst themselves, and they're all vicariously watching the 6 students that are up here, all in what appears to be a ready stance, feet firmly planted on the ground, like hands at their side, as you guys see pacing in front of all of them is none other than the Wanderer, William Robert Glickman.
Hey.
And you can see him eyeing each of the students carefully and observing their stances and such. And and you hear him say, "Good. Now, feel the earth beneath your feet. Become one with the earth. Root yourself in there." Then one by one, he'll go to each of the students, starting with this lion-looking fella over here. He'll stand up in front. He'll stand in front of the lion, as he eyes shut, full focus in on his stance. And William reaches out, and he quickly palm jabs at the lion character. And you don't see him move at all.
Oh, I need to learn how to do that.
Gil just puts his finger to his lips and looks at us.
You see William smile as he moves on to the next character, that's almost like a lizard folk. And again, full focus, like faces scrunched in the stance. William reaches out once again, quick force jab, and you see the lizard guy shift slightly as his right foot moves to stop himself.
Sorry, I'm back. I was making the grilled cheese.
Nice.
And he moves on to the first female that's on near the center. Once again, repeating the process, jabbing his palm forward. She also doesn't move.
Oh my god, it's Glickman.
Next student is more or less like a Vanara, which you guys can see like a bow staff on his back. Full stance, and you see William once again jab at this one's chest, and he just gets flown directly back into these students.
Insert monkey noises.
All right. Next person he goes to is this other female that's here. Palm jab again. She also shifts slightly. As you guys can see, like she like hangs her head a little bit. You see her head move a little bit downwards. And he moves on over to the tiefling. Jabs once again.
Yo.
And you also see this guy be forced to step back a little bit. So after that, he gains his composure again, and he says, "All right, testing is over. You may relax." So, Leo, Samira, congratulations, you two have passed. You may begin your next bit of training in say about 2 days. Ought to do the trick. The rest of you, while some of you are more resilient than others, yes, do not let that falter you. Remember, become the immovable mountain. Regain your focus and your composure. Continue your training. We will all test again in about 2 months, let's say. Enjoy your times with the holidays. All right, that concludes your tests. I would say the class is dismissed. Good day. Then each of the students will rise and begin making their way throughout the rest of the monastery. Except these two. These two are going to stay here.
I guess we move forward.
Yep,
Here?
Chitaru is then going to usher you guys forward. As William is going to be talking to this lady here. As he turns over and sees Chitaru, and he widens his arms and he says, "Chitaru, welcome back. I hope that your travels were savory, I would say. No issues along the way. Master, I believe that these are the members that you have been awaiting for." Yes. Dream catchers, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my God,
Pleasure's
it's a
all
pleasure
ours,
to
sir.
meet
Yes.
you. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Shut up, Jean.
He's a huge fan. He has every action figure of you.
And your father.
Well, I appreciate your dedication. Welcome to the Takayaki Monastery. As you
God, he appreciates my dedication.
As you all know who I am, my name is William Robert Glickman. Wandering Mountain, yada yada, all these titles. But
Quite
it is-
facetious.
Okay.
This standing next to me is my daughter, Layla.
You have more kids? We've already met 2 of them.
How many children do you have?
I have 4 children.
God.
4 children.
is
That
the
is
right
correct.
answer.
That is the right answer.
I have 4 children. I have Layla, Neela, Arminel, and Morgiana.
Well, this makes 3 of your children that we've met.
Quite.
Which ones have you met?
Morgiana scares me.
And Amanel takes very much after you.
Ah, yes, he does. Although never actually took to the monk ways, more fighter style like his mother. But I support him nonetheless. He is a valiant warrior.
Morgiana still scares me.
Which one of your daughters is this, Layla or
Back.
Nelia? You mentioned four
This
names.
this is Layla.
Hmm.
This is Layla. I believe she's the oldest, right, Dave?
Oh,
No,
she's
she's
the
the
youngest.
youngest.
Oh, the
Morgiana
youngest?
is the oldest.
Morgiana's the oldest. Okay.
Followed by Nelia because they're twins.
All right. Yes, Layla here. Layla here is my youngest daughter. Neela is actually out hunting at the moment.
Hmm.
So you will get a chance to meet her later on.
Oh, pleasure.
Is your whole family gonna be here for the holiday?
I don't believe so. I believe Arminel has some business to take care of with Anna and Opal.
I see. Well, Master Glickman, thank you very much for welcoming us into your monastery and getting us over here.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, are all of you going to be busy for the rest of the day? I know you all just got into town, but I do have a quick errand that I have to run.
No, not really. We've kind of cleared our schedule, I believe, to just look about Winter Hollow until the festival. Maybe get some odd work on the side whilst we're in town.
Oh,
Maybe
lovely.
learn a little bit of what you guys do here.
Oh, well, in that case, then why don't you accompany me on my errand I have to run?
Oh my god, Glickman errands.
Shut up, Jean.
Sorry.
I will silence you.
I mean, I see no repercussions for that.
Wait, could
Just,
you actually? I look back at. Could you silence me?
She can. She's done it before.
Make a will
I
save.
am willing.
He's willing.
Okay, he takes it.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Right.
For the
It's
next,
gonna be so much
You
more
can tell
peaceful.
he's saying so much.
All
yeah,
right.
for the next like 5 rounds, you cannot be heard.
All right, lovely. If you all are ready, then Chitaro, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the monastery. This
Best day of my life. Oh,
is going to
okay.
take a couple of. This is going to take about a few hours. So come, Layla, you can come as well.
On the road again.
All
Gil
right.
and Anethil mentally preparing themselves to go back out into the cold.
It's like, oh god damn it, we're back out in the cold. All right, and so you guys head out and join William on an errand.
I'm gonna say for flavor, Gil and Anethil are standing with Zorloff in the middle, making him make a little fire. Because Zorloff probably also is not I mean, he probably handles the cold better because he can just muy fuego.
Remind me before I ask this question in character. We've been to Gil's castle place home, right?
Yeah, we didn't see much of it, but yes, we've been there.
It's like
Yeah,
deep in the ocean, right? It's like way the fuck down.
No, it's on an island.
Yeah, it's on
It's
an
on an
island.
Oh, never mind then.
Did you think No, I'm from an island that's legitimately like same latitude, or yeah, same latitude as like fucking Myril.
Oh, I thought you were like an Atlantis type city. Okay, wow.
Did you
That
think I'm from?
completely changed my perception of your character.
I'm a sea elf, not a Triton
Or a merfolk.
or a merfolk. The Josh thought the same thing. He thought I could just for a bit, and I'm like, no.
Could what?
Thought I could just breathe underwater. And I'm like, nope.
I mean,
Just-
it wouldn't really surprise me.
It wouldn't. I can do it now, but
Isn't John asks, isn't the water in your home cold, or is it?
the ocean is a different cold than the mountains, Sean.
I don't know.
Did
It
you know
feels
that
fine
you'll
to me.
freeze to death faster in the water than you will in nature?
Yes.
Okay, you're correct. It does not mean that there's at least a sun that keeps me warm. That's clouds.
I'm back.
I'm sorry. Did
Welcome
you
back.
want a small sun to follow you wherever you went?
No, we have Zorla for fine.
All right, so William takes you guys out of the major city and into the wooded parts of the Winter Hollow. As you guys are walking, he says, "So you all have a bunch of questions for me?"
Mainly the fanboy.
Oh, ask away. I don't mind answering a few. Knowledge is power,
What?
after all.
What is your max lifting weight? I have to know.
Well, let's see.
Where's my fucking character sheet?
Well, let's see. Do you mean as much as I can completely lift over my head, or...
Yes.
Well, I can lift well over 700 pounds over my head. I can deadlift roughly 1,400?
Wow. That's like.
It's a lot, John.
Now I want to work out with you.
Well, put it this way. Whenever our horses ended up unaliving, I was the one who mainly pulled the cart, because I was the only one strong enough to do it.
We actually never lost the horses, though.
Yeah, we never did. That
Regardless.
entire campaign, we did not lose a single horse for any reason.
Shocking.
Most of the time they
Yeah.
were stabled.
We were smart about it.
When we were on the road, I made magic items that gave them infinite food and water.
Regardless, Master Glickman, if you don't mind me asking,
Please,
How-
please, call me William.
William, is it hard for you to manage both your monastery, Winter Hollow, and then the bevy of other duties you have as a wanderer?
No, that's why I have a wife.
Did you hear Jean orgasm too?
John, that legitimately got me in the cackle. The fact that William's with a fucking figurehead.
I did a spit take.
It's so true, though.
No, Alicia is the one who's mostly in charge of all the politics and everything. I'm here as the main muscle on the ground, making sure that nothing fucks up.
Then what about Morgan?
You know, it's odd. I haven't seen her in a while.
We just saw her. What?
We
a
saw her
month
not too
back?
long ago.
Oh, really? How's she doing?
I was training. Fuck. What was the name? What was the name of Squish's kid?
Oh, a theme.
Yeah, he's training a theme currently.
Oh, good. I'm glad that the little lad is keeping up with his training.
She's intense.
Quite. Me and us attempted to land a strike.
Oh,
You were playing hide and seek. It was me, you. Yeah, you were playing hide and seek. It was me and Zorloff.
No, I was part of Land of Strike because we were martial characters. Hide and seek was a different thing because I just yeeted myself onto the roof to chase.
Well,
Who are you silencing now?
And I
Oh,
wanted
no,
to show
never
them
mind.
how futile hiding from me would be.
We didn't even play that.
No, yes, true.
We got our asses kicked.
well, you know, he is equally as strong as I am, so no offense, but that doesn't really surprise me.
Oh,
Hey,
trust
I
me,
managed to hit her.
we knew it was a losing game.
And you know what? That right there is already says a lot more about you.
Master Gleeman, if you don't mind me asking, my bad, William. If you don't mind me asking, do you only solely teach the one style of martial arts?
Oh, no.
Hmm.
No. If you lived as long as I have, honestly, learning one style isn't enough. So, being the master of the monastery, I figured, why not learn a few more? I got all the time in the world.
Especially since your wife won't let you die for any reason.
That kind of does remind me. I understand that you are human, right? That is correct.
How
You
the
don't-
fuck have you lived so long?
You don't look a day over 30. Ah, that would also be because of my wife.
Which one?
Magic
Oh,
items?
Alicia.
Magic items? Yes. And pure spite, honestly.
Don't
A lot
forget
of
the
this
class
fight.
ability. Don't forget the class abilities.
Pure spite.
That's where the class abilities come in. Monk of the Four Winds. Immortal.
Also, don't forget the magic elixir. Alicia knows that she can make at will
Yeah.
that grants
Mhm.
people their life back. It's like,
But
I'm never going to let you die so long as I live.
but yeah, pretty much I
William's
can.
not actively complaining.
But yeah, pretty much I can live for pretty much as long as I want.
Huh. Fascinating.
And you know what? It's kind of interesting.
Oh?
Yeah, humans don't really live as long as elves or ASMR or anything like that.
Party looks around as they're elves and Azmar and
The two humans
it's
and
more
the
than
half orc.
we had last campaign.
But you know, it's a nice quiet life, not burning in hellfire and fighting demons.
Oh yes, the demonic wars. That must have been quite an event.
Well, don't remember the end of it, but
Don't remember the end of it?
well, there's a little gap in my memory. There's a little gap in my memory. Remember getting dropped out of the sky, and then that's pretty much all I remember.
Oh god. You walked off.
Dropped out of the sky and then deleted.
The canonicity of Avalon's elbow.
Right. So,
Oh,
tell me
about
about
that.
tell me about all of you. I've been hearing lots and lots about you all.
What do you
Easiest
wanna
way
know?
to describe me is I take the hits.
So you're me.
Not quite.
He can be moved.
I
Ah,
can be moved and I'm too angry to die.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Although I would like to not be moved. That'd be so beneficial.
So he's gonna turn around and walk backwards, staring at you guys. If I'm not mistaken, points at us, frontline tank. He points at Anathil, support. Points at Rose. I remember seeing you in the church. I know you are the partial healer, but judging by that weapon on your back, I highly doubt that. He
What
points
did he
down.
say?
He points down at John and he says, "You must be the Tinkerer." Of course.
He stepped away.
Yeah, he stepped away. He points over at Gil and he says, "I'm gonna say mage as well, but
Guilty as charged.
all right." And you, and he points at Zorloff. I get a weird sense of deja vu from, which is really weird.
He's the healer.
Yes.
Sorry,
Ah.
I blanked for a little bit. What did he say when he got to me?
He says, "I've seen you in the church before. I would assume you would be the healer, but judging by the weapon on your back, I highly doubt that."
And I just told him that Zorloff's the healer.
Oh, you're the healer. Okay.
Well,
He does this thing with fire that makes us actually not hurt and heals
The
us.
easiest way to describe it would be to show you without requiring you hitting somebody.
I would rather not.
I mean, I could hit somebody and then he could heal them.
I would rather
probably-
not. Let's just go ahead and assume. I'm going to believe you off the bat. I don't want to deal with any more fire.
Eh, fair enough.
Fair point.
But
You
he
said-
ends up being a more effective healer than me because his AoE healing heals a lot more than mine.
Yeah,
And I'm
Rose
usually-
and I are practically just backup healing.
And I'm usually neck deep inside a monster's gullet before too long.
It's the entertaining fact that our party does not appear. We do not appear like our roles would dictate due to our abilities.
And you know what? Misdirection is a very good strategy.
Fair enough. Yes.
I'm not just the tank.
You also do a lot of damage.
I'm also partially a tank. But
I
where
mean-
he is just a wall of meat, I go more for armor.
I would say I'm steady, but I'm not resilient.
Mr. Glickman, you did miss one member.
Oh yeah, you forgot this guy here.
Oh, right. I almost didn't
See you
notice.
there.
I almost didn't even notice you. My apologies.
I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or.
Yes.
Rogue?
He's easily forgettable.
Rogue, I would assume?
Yes. Among other things, but yes. Mainly rogue.
His weapon will shock you though. Drac, show him your weapon.
I pull out the meteor hammer, or dwarven mace.
Oh, interesting.
I know it's very unconventional, but very effective.
He likes to break things, and I love it.
Well, I can already tell that you are very, very capable as a fighting party. Brings back many memories of our travels together.
That's right. The Wanderers only really gather if the plane is ending again, don't they?
Yeah, but thankfully that hasn't happened yet. Pray that it never does.
Oscar's just gonna put his head down a little bit.
I'm gonna look at Rose like, do we tell him? He deserves to know.
Yeah, about that.
About that,
So, fun fact.
He's just gonna stop, close his eyes, and look up, and he's like, "Oh, what did Morgan do this
Jervis,
time?
help me.
What did Morgan do this time?
oh, it's
It
nothing
wasn't
Morgan,
her.
dude.
Oh, okay. Wait, did at least
I
see a
just
blow
look
up another
around really
building?
quick. Do I see anything?
No, you guys are surrounded by woods and snow.
Hino's coming back.
I'm sorry,
Way to
what?
bury the lead.
I'm sorry, run that by me again?
He knows coming back.
In more tactful terms, Hino wishes to return to the plane of Avalon due to the fact she's been contacted by a race known as the Eternals, whom are apparently on kin with like the author or the writer or the narrator, whomever that is. And
Gods
they
of
want
gods
Hino.
of gods.
Yeah, gods of gods of gods. And they want Hino to destroy Avalon to become one of them. And Hino said, fuck no. And now she's trying to come back.
Then we kind of got roped into helping.
Yep. All because Anethil can pull people into dreams. Thus, somehow we ended up being in one of Hino's dreams, meeting Hino apparently. And then, she's also the dream guardian now. It's a whole situation.
There's a lot going on.
Oh, yes.
You could just see him like standing there, like mouth agape, just eyes darting between each and every one of you, and
There's just a pleasant smile on my face.
Yeah, we're all like, it's kind of like the
Huski's just
nonchalant.
waving with his 3/4 metal hand.
Yeah, Gil's kind of just rubbing the back of his neck, like, that's the stitch.
Oh yeah, and we're taking out Dark Guilds.
Actually, we did just destroy Raven's Eye with the help of Noctis' son.
huh.
Yeah, we've done a lot that it's not really out there yet.
That's for the best, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Well,
The sec-
I mean, to be fair, we do kind of separate ourselves from society. Tranquil and
Oh, almost forgot. We went to the plane of shadows.
Oh yes, that too.
oh, you must
We
have
spoke
met.
to the queen
Oh, I was about to say you must have met Squish's friend. Okay.
and the dragon.
Oh.
Did we mention that we met a theme?
Yes, we did mention that we met a theme.
I mean,
Okay. Well,
we
that's.
mentioned that Morgan was teaching it.
Well, yes, but we only would have known Morgan's teaching a theme if we were probably with Morgan and the theme at the same time, because we would not be aware of the other's existence if they're not together.
William just like takes a couple steps ahead and he's like,
No,
"Oh,
next thing we see is a tree fall down because he punches it.
all right, that's a lot to take in."
Imagine
second
being
there.
a part of all that.
And having almost no clue what half of it means.
Oh, and we
Yep.
also got offered to be trained by the 9.
Ah.
I feel like you don't like that last one.
Layla's gonna come up and she's gonna be like, "Hey, Dad, remember to breathe. It's okay." He's gonna hold out his head and he's like, "I'm okay. I'm
That
okay.
monks are a lot
just-
more calm than this.
To be fair, we did just bring up the 9.
I'm okay. I'm just mentally processing past traumas of,
Oh?
facing the hellfires of Hino, nearly dying by her hands, and watching the world burn as her and her fleet completely bombarded a battlefield in the Blood Wars.
I
and-
read about that.
Oh,
Yeah, so did
and-
I.
Oh, and she's coming back. Oh, isn't that just a lovely thing that I'm so excited to hear about?
Oh,
You
and if
don't
I had
sound
to
too
guess, all of
excited.
her time in hell has made her stronger too.
Miss William, I feel like you are concerned by this news. Is, not a good thing.
You
There's
know,
not much about her about in the
Go.
books.
you
Yes?
know,
What do you think? There's a reason why we have decided that well, for one, let's just process the fact that Hino is the last living demon,
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
and the Wanderers supposedly killed all the demons.
Oh yeah, that's also true.
Her coming
How's-
back would
How's
be
the world gonna feel about
immense-
that?
Well,
immense
don't tell
chaos.
no one. Can people just figure out if she's a demon? Is that like an obvious thing?
I mean, if you
Anyone with
have you
magical capabilities.
Have you felt her aura?
I mean, that's true,
Oh,
but I
have any
feel
of us
like
felt her aura.
yeah, I think we have in the dream world.
I mean, we were within proximity of her. I would assume we probably would have.
I mean, but that's true. But don't most fighters or high level mages give off a heavy aura of "Don't fuck with me"?
Well, there's a difference between the aura of someone like Noctis and the aura of an actual demon lord.
All right, you got me there.
The only demon lord.
You got me there.
And if the books are anything to go off of, she also has 4 demon spirits within her.
That's written down in the books. I feel like they
No.
wouldn't tell.
no, those aren't written down.
Summoning circle. Remember?
Well-
Second
Oh.
dream we ever had?
Yeah, in the dreams that you guys saw, yes.
Yeah.
Will's gonna turn around and say, "How many other people know about this?"
Just Wanderers,
All of the Wanderers,
Wanderers
except
and the
for
9.
Alicia,
and I think associated
entirety of the
Wandered
9.
children.
and the associated Wanderer children, yes. And us. But that's it.
Oh God, Gorwin knows.
Yes, Gorwin
Yeah.
knows.
Well,
Also,
who knows?
I think one of Noctis's students.
Oh yeah, that's after what Typhoon.
Oh, and there was that time where we were discussing all of this in Noctis's chamber with an eye of scrying still active, just kind of sitting there.
I
that-
told you we had to
And
turn it off.
that idiot didn't turn it off. Oh,
To
Noctis.
be fair, it went to the Raven's Eye, and we kind of
Well, now-
Well,
Done.
it went to Bravana, but we don't know if she told anyone else. But she's
Yeah.
dead now, so we can't really ask
That's
her.
true.
Oh, Noctis.
Oh, do we tell him about the other one?
I mean, there's also that same encounter is when we let loose to Typhoon, John's devil daddy,
He's
that
apparently
he,
the son of Lucifer.
yes, the son of Lucifer is the patron to John.
What the fuck? Who are
He
you
knows
people?
every.
That's a great question, to be honest. We have a woman who can pull people into dreams, one who's patroned with the son of Lucifer to get rid of magic cancer, one who has restorative fires like a phoenix. I'm
He is a
blue.
Phoenix sorcerer, actually. That
yes,
is what he
true.
is. You're
That's
blue.
okay. That's the reason why I'm so familiar with how. Okay.
Us now has
Yeah.
metal hands. Edon is a thief with a meteor hammer, and Rose, we're not too sure.
I'm just a cleric girl with a sight.
She's
Don't
she's
forget sadist.
Oh, that too. Yes, and she scares us all.
Jesus Christ, you guys are a cavalcade of fuck ups more than we are.
That's impressive, given how much of a complicated fuck up the Wanderers were. Apparently,
What was the original name of your card again?
did they really write that down?
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about the fact that William sprinted from a cathedral and quickly changed it before the head of the church saw it.
Okay, so I need to go ahead and process everything that has transpired without me knowing. Gotta thank everybody else for that one.
Well, I mean,
I
you're
was
the one
stopped
that
with your
chose
wife.
that. You're the one that chooses to sit up here on the mountains, ignoring basically the entirety of the world.
And for good reason, too, apparently.
I don't blame you, but then it makes processing things like this really difficult when you have to have everything thrown at you all at one time.
See, it's more entertaining when you think about the fact that he's supposed to be like the neutral one, apparently, where he like has the most level-headedness. So imagine what happens when we tell Alicia all this.
If she doesn't already know.
Oh, that's
No,
true.
Oh, no, I'm pretty
Well-
sure that she already knows.
To be fair, Morgan knows.
That's true. But it's like it's entertaining. If
So
he's
is
the level,
Opal and Noctis.
I
One of
guess he
them
was last in the
probably
loop. We haven't talked to that dwarf who's also a wanderer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Will William make the distinction?
Alright, well. That's just a lot of trauma that hit me right there in the face. But,
Yeah, it tends to do that.
Just
But-
Gil gives a thumbs up.
process this my own way. We have a task at hand.
Process
Is
it
your
by
way of
ignoring it.
processing the same way as mine?
Don't judge how I process things. I am master here.
That you're not my master.
You process things however you want to process things.
Do you hit things to process it?
No, I breathe.
Ooh.
And right now, I am very glad that I can't really feel anything because of the cold.
Numb to the pain.
Because
Your
I'm
scars
pretty,
aren't looking too bad.
because I'm pretty sure that I would be feeling a lot of pain in how hard I'm clenching my fists right now. Moving on. So, you guys travel amongst the forest for a little while until finally, you guys come to a small area in the forest, where Layla, like, pokes at William and she says, "How about that one right there, Dad?"
Are we getting a Christmas tree?
And he smiles and he goes, "You know what?
It's a Glixmas tree.
I think that's a good one. What do you guys think?"
What are we?
Depends what we're looking at.
What are we
How
looking
big
at?
is the tree?
It's a pretty big tree. It's probably, I'd say, about 14 feet tall. Beautiful openings of the pine needles, and very full tree.
If you don't mind us asking, William, what is this for?
Oh, it's
And-
for the holidays, of course.
Where is it going?
Actually, this is probably going to reside within the ballroom.
The ballroom?
Well, yes. For the
Of
winter,
what?
For the winter ball.
Where is this ballroom?
You guys not familiar with how the Festival of the Lost happens?
This is our first time coming here.
Not really. I've
Luminate, yes. Tournament of Strength, yes. And,
We've actually been
The hunt?
there.
Yes.
If you know any,
Oh,
not even
well,
going to assume you know anything about me.
well, similar to the Lumina Festival, which symbolizes rebirth and new beginnings. The spring, winter, obviously we have the large Festival of the Lost, big Lantern Rite festival and everything. But much like the Lumina Festival, there is also a ball tied to it. It was Alicia's idea. I'm not very much of a. He like gestures to like his current attire. I'm not so much of a fancy kind of guy, you know.
That's
But
understandable.
But she always says it's more along the lines of,
I think you're pretty fancy.
it's Alicia describes it of like it's like, oh, you have it's like for formal occasions and you know, nobility
makes me wear a damn suit.
mingling and shit. It makes me wear a suit at all.
If you want to hear that reference, go watch The Return of.
But you know what? And he gives Layla like a little one-armed hug, and he smiles and looks at the tree, and he says, "I think this tree will work just fine for the ball."
I need a new suit.
Oh, that's right.
Layla
We
looks
have the
up
old
at
one.
Layla looks up at William, and she says, "Hey, Dad, did you remember the saw?"
Who needs a saw? I have an axe.
Ugh.
I have a sword.
His sword is very good for cutting down trees. I can confirm.
I feel like we're looking at like a fucking like 13 ring thick, like 30-foot thick.
If it's a
spruce tree.
14-foot tall tree, it probably has a 3 to 4 foot diameter base.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize how tall the tree was. I didn't hear that.
Largely, we gather most of our own firewood, so I have an axe for chopping trees.
Dusk is just going to calmly walk forward, look at Zorloff, make me stronger.
Full strength.
Unless you have some other plan in mind?
Nope, because at this point I'm about to punch it.
I'm gonna
Would
rage, and I'm swinging the sword directly at the tree.
Destroy the tree?
Why are we destroying the tree?
I'm swinging the sword directly at the base of the
No,
tree.
we're trying to cut the tree down.
Why?
Because we're making
It's the Christmas tree.
It's a Christmas tree, Jomini. He took you guys Christmas tree hunting.
Oh,
And
no.
the freaking National Lampoon's thing went right over all your fucking heads.
I've never actually seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Who are
It's been
you?
a
Seen it
while.
a few times, but
I've
yeah,
never
it went
seen
straight
it.
I
over
see
my
that
head.
movie at
seen-
least once a fucking year.
I've seen it a grand total of twice.
I'm
What the
a
hell are you
homeowner.
talking about?
National Lampoon's
National
Christmas.
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I've
They
never seen
go on this big adventure to go find a Christmas tree, and then Clark forgets the damn axe, and they ended up uprooting the damn tree.
Oh.
Either way, I'm cutting down the tree.
So yeah, you guys get the tree fully cut down, everything. William ties it up with some rope, and he's just dragging it behind.
He wouldn't have to drag, he just carries it. Just balance that sucker on one shoulder. Set.
Just balances it on his one shoulder. He like puts it on his finger to like balance it, like you do with the like poles and shit or board.
So where is the ballroom? Is it back in town or?
Yeah, it's in the monastery.
There's a
Oh.
bowl. Huh. I did not know there was a ballroom in a monastery. It seems, I guess, not out of place for Winter Hollow.
Maybe we'll actually
But it's out
be
of
able
place
to
for a
have
monastery.
good time here.
Yeah.
This time.
It is a little off-putting. Yeah.
Considering I'm assuming the monastery is also where your government sits.
Oh no. We have other
Ah, okay.
But regardless of that, training of the nine, this whole shindig with Hino and Xanathil here.
It's a lot.
Let me just ask you all a question.
You may not like the answer.
Are you all sure about this?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Then why do you pursue it?
We kind of got voluntold to.
By
I wouldn't
who?
even say fallen told. To be honest, I think it's more of something is connected here, and we're the only people, to our knowledge, who can put the puzzle pieces together. And if we don't act, I feel something worse will come of it.
The problem is we don't know how quickly we need to act upon it. As far as we know, Hino has denied the beings what they want, but who knows if they might try again. Who knows if she will eventually accept them for one reason or another.
We don't know if the world's going to end tomorrow or the next day.
Well, we know
No,
that
we
it's
do
not going
that.
to end. We know it's not going to end tomorrow or the next day because the hourglass has not moved.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Don't forget the world-ending. Don't forget
Oh
the
yeah,
doomsday
we were
clock.
down there too. We were down there too.
The doomsday clock is
Forgot
not
about that.
ticking, so
Well, if it was, we would have been notified of it already.
There were some imposters down there.
there were.
But thankfully taken care of now that Raven's Eye is gone.
We really did not have to worry about them for very long, did we?
No, I think we
No,
honestly
no,
dealt
we
with that
didn't.
in a very timely manner.
Yeah. It almost felt too easy.
Oh, don't say that.
I can't. I know she's dead. I have her head
It's still creepy.
and her scythe.
Less
I know
creepy.
for a fact that she's dead.
Right.
But how far was she already rooted in?
That's the million gold question.
We don't really know, and now we have a target on our backs permanently until all of the Dark Guilds are taken care of.
You guys are okay with this?
No,
Not
not in the
really.
least bit.
Not at all. But it
Do
had
we
to be
have a
done.
choice?
Obviously do.
Well, regardless of whether or not we choose to go through with these actions, Anethil's still gonna have these dreams.
Well, while Anethil is having these dreams, you can always just simply report what these. You guys don't have to keep doing this.
And I feel like it's something larger is at work here. Whether it's destiny, whether it's fate, it's one
Or
of those,
just rotten luck.
or just rotten luck. As much as I think it would be nice to step away and just forget about all of it, I think most of us are just more curious to see how all this ends at this point.
I'm not.
I gotta say, I am.
I am.
Actually, my one life goal has been fulfilled.
Oh, time to think of a new one.
What are you gonna do now?
I don't know.
Well, think about tomorrow. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
On the bright side, though, William, they are planning on getting all the world leaders together and talk about it. At this point, it'll be necessary.
Oh, we're gonna have to be a part of that, aren't we?
Possibly, maybe. I guess we don't have to be if we don't want to be.
At least at first. Once all of the information is given out to the rest of the world leaders, those in charge, it is possible that we might be able to get you guys out of it. But, once again, it is by all means your choice. You are adventurers, after all. Quite honestly, I'm not going to hold you all back. But just don't end up like us. We were forced into our situation. You all have a choice. I mean, look at you all. You're still... God, you're all still so young. You have your whole lives ahead of you. It would be foolish to risk it and throw it all away at something.
It may just be the fact that the reality of the situation we're in hasn't fully hit us yet, or it may just be we frankly don't care. But it's one of those things where we have actively every step of this way made a choice. I think going forward, we've never been specifically told we're the ones who are going to do this because you have to do it. We've sought out answers for our questions, and due to the fact that we are the ones who asked the question, it was our duty to fulfill the answer. We've never been staunchly told to go seek out what Anathel's dream means, or your job is to go stop the end of the world. We sought out the Kings of Chaos because they attacked Myril during the Lumina Festival.
And kidnapped me.
And kidnapped us. We sought out Raven's Eye because of Rose. And to be honest, we're probably just going to keep going through it, hacking off the Dark Guilds because they are a plague upon the world. And it'd be
it's fucking fun.
Yes, it's
Well,
also fun. And
honestly,
they're also...
at this point, if they're not making any, if they're not really causing any major issues, I'd say just let them be.
I would say just let them be, yeah.
There's no reason we need to continue targeting them unless they make themselves a threat. Obviously, if they come after us, we could just beat them back.
That's a problem.
But I don't see any real reason we need to actually go after the Dark Guilds any longer.
You're right.
I consider
Besides,
myself a
they're all
defender.
going to be in mass chaos now as their main information network is gone.
Fair.
I consider myself a defender
The only
of
one
this
that's
party.
the only one left that's going to be relatively at ease is going to be the Serpent Syndicate. But that's because
they're
they
not
mostly
even
only
they're not
operate
even
around this Myril's territory.
They're not a dark guild anyway. They're more of a morally gray guild.
That is true.
For now.
I would just hate to see the lives of children be something that we are supposed to.
You had your time in the sun. Let us bask in glory.
I think we've basked in glory long enough, Edon.
You guys have already done far more than 90% of the guilds or any of the adventuring parties registered with the guild.
That is true, but there are still people out there suffering because of stupid
That's
people.
just the way of the world, though.
We can't fix every injustice, but we can at least do what we can while we're here. I mean, to be honest, our adventures have coincided with the goals or tasks that we've wanted to do.
most of us have finished those tasks.
I'm just here to have fun.
Really, the only thing that is left for me is, well, continue my training.
I mean, at this point, we're a party. We work together. But I think it's also at some point we're also Anaphil's friends, and what happens to her, we also carry her burden because that's what friends do. We were all
I'm not-
we were all brought together through a freak happenstance. But boy, howdy, are we an eclectic bunch to be brought together?
And to put it simply, Master Glickman, we're stuck at this. There's no getting around it. Our friend Anathil here is
She's involved in it.
she
She
will be
doesn't
put at
have-
risk.
She only has to be involved with it as much as she wants to be.
That is not true. She will forever be hunted by dread. As long
And
as she
so
continues to
we
have
find
the
a way
dreams.
to get rid of dread. But we don't have to. We don't necessarily have to worry about everything with Hino at this moment. Yes, she will be
That's
hunted by
true.
dread. If she's going to continue to be hunted by dread, then our next course of action would be to find the Oracle of Dreams, enter the dreamscape, and end dread forever.
Easier said than done.
So we train and get stronger.
Very well. Do me a favor and keep in mind, you can always say no.
But yes, this has such a nice ring to it.
I mean, we're not arguing. We've known, I think, for a while. I mean, you're not the first one to bring this up to us.
Morgan
Leave-
was the first, and that's before we went after the.
Kings of Chaos.
Yeah.
But we appreciate the thought.
All right. I won't pester you all with it any longer then. All right. Eventually, you guys come back to the monastery. So, William drags the tree into the much larger ballroom compared to the rest of the rooms of the monastery. It's about the same size as the ballroom was during the Lumina Festival.
Oh, okay.
But he just basically just sets it down and explains, I'll have a couple of the guys who are setting up everything deal with that. And he says, you guys are more than happy to gallivant around the city. If you have any questions or if you need any requests, feel free to come back to the monastery. Let me know. Let any of my staff know. We'd be more than happy to help.
It's appreciated. Thank you. I think I'm gonna go explore the markets a bit. I've got some stuff I need to sell off.
Alright, in that case then, I will bid you all a good night then.
Gil, you're going with me.
Wait, what are we doing?
I need new clothes.
Oh, all right. Sold. Let's go. I still have most of your suits from when we went to the Lumina Festival. But if you want, we can spruce them up and make them more appropriate for the
I was
times.
kidnapped wearing my suit.
Are
How
you?
long do we?
Yes.
Hey,
Yes, he was.
So we need a new suit for you. Totally understandable.
How long do we have to prepare?
Well, it is currently day 312.
Hey.
According to my notes.
All right. So I guess us can whoever wants to come winter formal shopping, feel free to join.
There is approximate now 36 days until the beginning of the festival.
Wow.
So you guys have a little over a month's time.
Jesus Christ.
I would say it's maybe we spend a couple of days just prancing about the city, and then we should look at the Adventurers Guild for work.
Yes. And find a spot to stay.
I think we're staying in the monastery? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
No.
Okay, we
in
gotta
town.
find a place to stay.
Yeah.
Zorloff can find a place to stay.
Yep, Zorloff will find the place to stay.
Yeet. Alright. Meanwhile, Usk and Gil, you guys are going out shopping. Correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, what is everybody else doing for the rest of their day? Dave's going to the market to go sell all of his stuff.
I'll tag along with Dave to be their bodyguard.
Dave should sell Zorloff's scrolls as well. Or Cody can do it. Either way, get us money.
Yeah, just whatever money that is in his stash.
Y'all are going shopping?
Yeah, they're all going shopping.
We're all going shopping.
I'm getting winter clothes with William. Not William. Fucking Jesus Christ, Gil.
We're all going clothes shopping.
Shopping!
Alright. In that case, Xanathil's just gonna wander around.
She doesn't want to come shopping with us? Sacre bleu.
Actually, you know what? No, she is gonna come shopping.
Yeah! So wait, is John joining? Is everyone joining us on the? We gotta find appropriate attire for this event.
Not Drac and Rose.
Okay, they're selling.
They're selling
shit.
shit.
Yeah, they're selling shit.
I was going to after I'm done selling stuff, which is probably going to take a while. I've got a lot of stuff to sell. Or the next day.
We're going shopping. They're going scamming.
I mean, so Gil would be like, I would have asked Master Glickman where we should have gone looking for a tailor, but in all honesty, I don't think he has much of a sense of fashion.
I mean,
You can grate cheese on his abs.
Listen, being able to grade cheese on a man's abs and being able to have a sense of fashion are two separate things. Though you are quite right, Anatole.
That man's abs are magnificent.
Put your boners away.
Just kidding,
I'm
it's
sorry,
not
Ask. I can't tell, but the man could legitimately rip me in two and I'd be swooning.
Gay.
I behaved
Yes,
the
he
whole
is. We all
time.
know that.
I behaved the whole time. I behaved better than John.
You know, he's telling the truth with that.
I would hope. We were all there. All right. I'm gonna ask around town for a little bit and see where like a good fancy tailor is.
Yeah, you'll come across a couple of tailors and such. Bunch of like pop-up shops as well are starting to come around since the festival is starting to come sooner and sooner.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys go to a bunch of different tailors and stuff. They offer you a bunch of different prices and everything. Eventually, what you do happen to find is one of the tailors who draws you in, and she appears to be wearing like mostly just a large, like overly sized cloak and like a hood that like covers her entire face.
3 kobolds in a cloak.
Three kobolds in a
It's-
cloak.
She ushers you in, and she's like, you know, I have a bunch of deals and stuff, and we have various wares, especially from the outskirts of Winter Hollow, and various different designs that would we would be more than happy to suit your needs, per se.
So
So Anathel's gonna come up, and she's gonna like put her Lumina Festival outfit down. She says, you know, I kind of like something that's a little bit off season, like this one. And you see the lady reach up and you like examine it a little bit, and she goes, "Oh, I recognize this. Tell me, was this made by Jack by any chance?
yes, I believe so.
You know Jack? Of course, he's my brother."
We managed to find Taylor siblings across the goddamn world.
Yes, his shop, Jack and Taylor's. Jack, and she
I'm
points to
assuming you're
herself.
Taylor.
Taylor.
You'll just face palms at this.
Oh. Well, sure, then in that case, I'd like to get something off the same pair of Taylors then.
I mean, I'm planning on just wearing my normal noble regalia. That's technically what I'm supposed to do.
I sent the image of the outfit I'm going for into images.
Ooh. I like that, actually.
Oh, actually, that looks pretty good.
It looks fucking dope.
And I actually just made a token for it, Josh. So I'll send you that in a sec.
That actually looks pretty good. Okay. So,
There's the token for future use, Josh.
okay. I'll hang on to that then. All right, so each of you guys speak with Taylor, and you know, tell her what you're looking for in regards to you know, your winter formal attire.
Mm-hmm.
So,
2 of us are going completely off season.
but as long as it's like more of a formal kind of thing. But yeah, Anathil, she's gonna be picking out something similar to like a nice white snowy dress to counteract her blonde hair. Gil, you said you're going with like your more
Yeah, I mean, I got my noble's attire. I mean, I might just change a bit of the coloring, if anything.
right. Jean, what kind of style are you looking for here?
So, I'm gonna go for like a very formal clothing, like overall. It's just gonna look very like almost like a suit, and then like over the arm, like a pelt of like a wolf, like a dire wolf that I have.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like a nice dark blue, be very thin.
I'm trying to find
Like
the
a-
image I used last time.
Like a blue or like a
Blue.
blue?
Blue.
Blue. A dark
Blue.
blue.
Yeah, because Gil's outfit last time is a blue.
It's
Like a blue.
blue.
Blue, blue, blue.
It's not a blue Prius.
It's a
Kind of blue.
blue.
Prius.
I want like every like little details to be black, but everything else is blue.
Mm-hmm.
That little fur like thing just over the right shoulder that kind of has like a gold chain like a button in the middle.
Oh, like a shoulder cape.
Like a shoulder cape. That's what I was trying to fucking word. I couldn't find a goddamn word in my head. And I can't find the image on Google.
Oh, it's a similar to something that like Usk had during the Lumina Festival.
Impossible.
Yeah, there's your assignment for
Next week.
next week. Finding
Matt,
yourselves.
I found the image you had.
Yeah, I found it too. It still fits for this thing.
Yeah, so there's your assignment for next week.
I might find something else though.
Get me a
Image.
formal image for you guys.
Okay, gas.
Yee.
style.
Gonna have to look a lot for that.
I know, seriously.
All right, so once you guys are all done with this, Dave, you can go ahead and I'm sure you already have your
Yep.
money all figured out.
Yep. I made 6,400 gold.
I'm just gonna go ahead and double what Ryan has because he could spend all the time doing everything.
And so we have how long?
35
the-
days.
35 days.
And the
35
festival's a week long
days.
too, so it's like even more shitty when you think about it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So honestly, you guys could do pretty much whatever you want. Winter Hollow is not really that big of a continent, and you guys can get around pretty easily.
Should we take a city tour?
So like, I know you guys said that you guys were going to like the Adventurers Guild to look for jobs and everything. And yeah, there's obviously a lot of them, especially that are all festival related. A lot of people are going to be moving accessories and food and everything from the different areas of the continent to Winter Hollow. So there's plenty of escort missions, delivery missions. There's like maybe 2 or 3 Slayer quests out there, but they're not really at the top of the list at the moment. Winter Hollow is actually a pretty well kept continent.
Self-sustaining.
Yes. Yes.
Fair enough. Look who runs it.
Yeah.
It just if he doesn't deal with the outside world, he won't.
Right. Plus, you guys also have all of the different amenities that come in with the town. So you guys have obviously an enchanter, a bank, basic shops and blacksmiths and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
I
There's the
heard
hot
something that I'm interested in.
There's also like the different attractions around the city that you can go to. The Aurelia Monk statue, the memorial wall that's in Warrior's Peak. There's also the hot springs that you guys can visit.
I've heard a few things that I'm interested in.
And not to mention that you guys also have Chitaru, Layla, and William here, and eventually the other daughter when she gets back. So if you guys want training or anything from them, you can also go there.
You told me no already to the training I want.
For good reason.
You wanted to take Way of the Mountain Monk, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
He wanted to take the fuck you, I'm standing still feat.
I wanted to take the fuck you, I'm not going down to a
Yeah,
whole new level.
literally.
Hell, I've already got some of the feats that William had.
I built a pretty good tank.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mr. Swiss Cheese over here.
Hey, that man, hold your lord, he lived through some things he shouldn't have.
Also brought back to life from something that he shouldn't have.
Hey, in my defense, Josh only managed to knock me down once with a dragon, another time with literally a ray of death.
Yeah.
Like that, if that's your bar for being able to take down a character, that said something.
You know, now that I think about it, Morgan never went down.
Did Alicia ever go down?
No, I mean, I absorbed a lot of the fucking blows a lot of the time. They
Yeah,
mainly went
Matt
after.
took a lot of the blows.
They mainly went after.
Noctis went down once.
Yeah, Jim Jom got a lot of it.
Noctis was straight up killed.
On multiple occasions, I believe.
Oh no. He got power word kill.
Yeah, by Eisen 2. I remember.
Yep. And then immediately
I was
brought back to life.
by the power of love.
Yeah, something like that.
Power
It
of
was-
bullshit. The power of love interest. That's what I did. Fuck you.
Power of Isekai.
You got
Plot
you
armor.
got fucking plot armored.
Yeah, you did.
You got plot armored so hard. I mean,
Alright.
I would say let's look for a job, maybe, and maybe just explore the. I mean, let's have a little chat, see where people want to go.
I want to go to the wall.
In Warriors Peak.
Yep.
Anyone else? Anything in particular they want to do? We're here for like a month, so.
Well,
Ugh,
I'll tell
good
you that
question.
in
I'm just gonna continue building whatever it is that I can build with. Well, the thing that I know that I can build with my thingy.
Your slag.
Flag.
Slide.
I could tell you that in
I'm gonna build a
3
pistol.
days from this current time, which is the 312th day, so on day 315, Rose is doing a thing.
Is it
Ooh.
Rose's birthday?
No.
That's unfortunate.
Is this thing that Rose is doing, Dave?
That would be the, well, it would probably be sulking somewhere as it is the anniversary of her parents' death.
I had a feeling
Ah,
it was.
Yeah, I figured it was. Okay.
Other than that, for the month selling selling potions for a month.
Money.
Yeah, to make money.
The hell am I gonna do for a month in the snow-covered land?
You can just do work. You can go out hunting, bring back meats and stores. We can see
Well,
if that. I mean,
How
Oh,
about we do this? Why don't
Probably
we?
trying to meet people around town as well.
yeah.
No, it doesn't even have to be important people. Probably looking for people around her age if there is any.
So children.
Okay.
She is 16.
Children.
She's a teenager at best.
So, you're traveling with someone that's around your age.
Other than you ask. You said we're here for 35 days?
Yes.
I mean, we can just. Roads are relatively safe. We don't need to like fully probably take the entire party. How far is Warriors Peak from Winter Hollow?
It's about a day and a half travels.
So
we can all...
if Zorloff is just going to make and sell shit, he can make up to 1,000 GP worth of stuff a day and sell it for double because make things for half price,
Mm-hmm.
sell them for full price. He can make 35,000 gold because it would be 70,000 divided in half for the amount of resources he has to spend.
Right. So, but you guys are going to be doing jobs around the place. I can't let you guys just stay here for a month and then just
Okay.
make fucking bank, and then that will completely unbalance everything.
No, we're not arguing that whatsoever, Josh.
Right. So we can go ahead and say that you guys are gonna take a couple of jobs, escort jobs, and a bunch of other shit around the continent.
Does anyone want to like meet the Glickmans?
So-
Meet the Glickmans. Meet the Glickmans.
Out of
I
those
can't think of words to
days,
fit the rest of the
A
song.
wonderful dysfunctional family. In their town of Winter Hollow, they live all up on the monastery.
I
Thank
hate
for
you for
finishing.
that.
They do all types of martial arts, living for much longer than they should. Meet the Glickmans. Have a
sitting
merry
here-
Glickmas, a wonderful Glickmas, a wonderful Glickmas time.
And we're done with that now.
Someone please clip that.
Bold of you to assume
Done.
Jacob already didn't.
I did.
He hurt himself with that.
I'm gonna have to edit all of that together now.
Jacob is currently clipping it.
Okay, so for the sake of balance, here's what we're gonna do. We can go ahead and say that you guys are going to spend, let's just go ahead and say 11 days doing errands and helping around town.
Okay.
Okay?
Works for me.
So with that, let me go ahead and calculate your earnings from that, increasing your reputation with Winter Hollow.
I will say at some point Gil would probably go talk to William, just to learn more about him and all the shit they've been through. Because not often you get to just have a talk with one of the fucking wanderers.
That's true.
I mean, for us, it's actually fairly often.
It is actually fairly fucking common. You are correct. But just still take the time.
All right, so let's just say from the jobs themselves, you guys managed to gain 1,730 gold pieces.
Into the bag.
Please someone tell me someone is keeping track of that.
1,300 and what was it?
1,730.
1,730. Okay.
All right, that's just from the 11 days of work that you guys did to help out with the festival.
I'm sorry, but every time you say 11 days, all I think of is Spurt.
11 days! Yeah,
Does not compute.
it's a Critical Role reference.
Oh, okay. I don't watch Critical Role, so.
Okay, so that leaves you guys with 24 days of time.
Mm-hmm.
Gil will see if he's received any letters back. Probably not yet.
Not yet. But I will allow you guys to go ahead and craft and sell items for a week.
Mm-hmm.
So that is about 7 more days. Now, are we doing the whole inn arrangements again with boys and girls separate?
That's what we always do.
I'm
And Gil
just
sleeps with the
asking.
girls.
Yeah.
asking.
Would we... what other arrangement would we do? Each of us
Well,
have
considering
our
on how much
room?
money that you guys have now,
We can all get a
could
fucking
do
room.
Your own fucking rooms.
Yeah, but we're still cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, we're cheap.
Save money where you can. Fair enough.
There's also safety in numbers, because don't forget, we still also have Valkyries chasing us, as far as we know.
I think we're done with that. I think one day,
on top of the game. That's how.
well, everyone's just crafting. Because Gil will take time to talk to William about just general life things. He seems like a wise dude. Get his insights on his ocean thing, because William's got Dervis.
So
Yeah. Oh
are
yeah.
we
You guys could
only
each talk
crafting and
about your
selling
own.
for 7 days.
7 days.
That's all we get.
Yep. 7 days.
Okay.
I've got I know I wrote down the name. I thought Fuck, I forgot to write down the actual name. I saw a
We
weird
adventure
ocean
for
thing in here.
lemon.
No,
Are we ready
Barbacarda?
for the rest? No.
what was it?
Barbacarda?
There. Yep.
Barbacarda.
The Ocean
Barbacarda.
Titan?
Yep.
Barracuda.
But oh yeah, if you're going to talk to William about Dervis the Eternal, then he'll talk your ear.
Well, I'll
Yes,
talk to you
you
about
will.
Barbacarda and be like, it's the Ocean Titan. And that brings up Jervis.
Then you can go ahead and have that
Rock
conversation
Daddy.
with yourself.
Yeah. Well, you mean I'm having a conversation between two of my own characters and we're in a Josh and me conversation? No, I mean, I was just gonna say that happened because I don't even know. The issue is being like, yeah, Dervis, he's like a cool dude. I like talk to him every now and then. We have tea. Yeah, I met this like weird ocean version. I thought this thing's Barbacarda. I think he's the Titan of the ocean, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah,
Me-
he's the Titan of the ocean. You know,
Okay,
he's
so he is
weird,
okay.
giant ass, like part human, part
Crab
octopus,
thing,
part
octopus,
crab.
yeah?
It's weird.
Yeah, at least yours just looks like a mountain.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Simple.
While that's going on, I'm
Yeah,
going
well-
to talk to Anathil.
Oh, okay. What about
Money.
money? Fair. Okay. What do you need help with?
Let's go to an enchanter.
Oh, okay.
Josh, I'm looking for greater vampiric for my
Okay,
sword.
I'm sorry, I found the image.
Greater vampiric?
Yep.
It's something like. It's not exactly this, but it's very similar to this. But without the long cape.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm
Bitter
still
vampiric.
looking.
That is a +2 bonus?
Yes.
What
That'll
is-
take my sword to a +5.
Oh, this is a full enchant. Ooh.
The difference between them is 18,000. 18K.
Hang on. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do something to this.
Would William actually have had a massively powerful enchanter?
It's called Alicia.
Right, yeah.
Is she here right
she
now?
is not
different-
here.
That's a different story entirely. He does have a massively powerful enchanter.
Yeah, so
Not
Brady,
public use.
at the current moment in time, I'm gonna say no. Like
Alright.
you visit every enchanter in the city, but come up just short.
All right. Let's see. I need more enchantments on my armor. I'm gonna look at enchantments quick.
We should also spend a day, a couple of days ago, field trip over to Warriors Peak.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah,
has
yeah,
to be done too.
yeah.
Because I want to hear what Josh says about the Warriors wall.
Well, we're just figuring out what we're gonna be doing.
I
for
know.
the next couple of sessions. So yeah, the Warriors Peak wall. I already have that written down as well. Usk, you want to get your sword enchanted to +5, but you're going to require a higher level enchanter to do so, since Witcher
I gotta
Hollow
think
does
of
not have one
armor.
available.
Yeah, my only thing is I don't want to spend money on armor enchantments because as soon as I can wear heavy armor, I'm going to.
Right.
You know what? Now that I think about it, there's a specific armor I want to get.
Alright, I am just gonna go ahead and roll E2. Wow, Witcher Hollow is really fucking cheap when it comes to entertainment.
I mean, they're not used to it. They're confused. They're scared.
It's new.
No,
Like-
most of them are monks. They don't have any money.
Joke's on you. I was thinking only a slim portion of the population is monks.
Yeah, it's literally only the monastery.
That's some expensive armor.
Alright, so yeah, Anatol's play doesn't really earn her that much money.
We're not the most affluent continent because I would say Winter Hollow functions more on a trade economy than it does actual coin bartering.
Right.
Because it makes more sense for it.
Right. Okay, so now that we have a decent idea, there is roughly about where's my math at? 17 days left?
Hey, Jomini,
We,
you have craft magic arms and armor, right?
we. I don't know what I'm saying. We.
Tell me something.
Yeah.
Do you have the capability of learning the spell fly?
Yes.
I do.
I plan on learning it.
Is
If
your
I have
character good?
I am in fact a good.
Nice. You're going to be making me an armor set in the
Hold on,
future.
I don't know. Yes, I'm good.
You're going to be making me an armor set in the future.
Okay. Oh lord. Honestly, well, okay. We'll see what happens.
Up your crafting.
I plan, but we'll see what happens with if it
so
my qualifications.
God, I feel bad for the poor saps who think attacking the festival of loss is a good idea.
There's going to be, what? Possibly 3 wanderers, 4 of the children, or at least 3 of the children, us, a
entire
shitload of monks,
Yeah, the entire monastery.
Imperials.
Like, whoever's like thinks this is a good idea needs to fucking turn around.
They need to
now.
turn them away and run away
Like,
now.
you need to go
Yeah.
find a new occupation, effective immediately.
All right, so with
I
15
like this image, but I feel like it's from an anime, and I'm not sure.
So, with
the
15
image?
days remaining until the festival begins, everybody has gathered around in the inn's table to have a nice meal together and talk about, everything that's been going on and, counting their coins and taking inventory, basically. And, you guys are enjoying a meal and everything, and you were gonna say something, Matt. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna make idle chit chat and be like, well, I must say, of all the cities we've been in, Winterhall is one of the most peaceful.
I do have to say so too. Their music selection is pretty interesting as well. Chitaru gave me a bunch of sheet music with a lot of different styles. Actually, quite interested in seeing how they would sound on a violin.
Ooh.
Once I translate them.
To be fair, there's a lot of different types of people here.
I mean, I think that's the advantage this continent's had when you think about it. It's one of the more isolated, no pun intended, continents.
It's from Arknights.
Don't lie, pun intended.
I should hit you for that one, Gil.
Wasn't intended, but it was funny regardless. Because think about it, they mostly are self-sufficient. They rarely rely on anyone from the outside, and with William and his monastery overlooking the entirety of this place, like what? William could probably run from Wolfhelm to
Aurelia?
Aurelia in a day if you really wanted to.
Oh shit, that reminds me. The Imperials were going to Aurelia.
Oh, that's where they said they were coming in, right?
They should be
Yeah.
here within the next couple of days.
Oh, why don't we go meet them?
Yes!
We'll hit up Warriors Peak on the way out, find them probably in Timberfrost or something, and then walk back to Winter Hollow. It's quite relaxing. We don't really have to worry about much right now. We're just here. Our one goal has been to just enjoy this festival. Speaking of which, Rose, we do need to sell that wood to
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
That's
Should
in
go talk to
Annabelle's
him.
bag.
yes.
Well, if you guys wanted to sell it to him, we could have done it already. All you had to do was just ask.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about its
Well,
existence.
most of us
now.
forgot about it.
Yeah, it kind of happens.
I mean, what is it, Rose? Do you know the general asking price? Would I know the general asking price for this stuff?
Make an appraisal check.
Appraisal.
Would I know the general asking price for this stuff?
How much of it do you have?
20 pounds.
20 pounds?
Yeah. You gave us 20 pounds of this magical wood.
It's actually not a lot when you think about it, though.
No, not really.
It's enough to make a couple quarterstaffs.
It's enough to make a couple
Mhm.
quarterstaffs. You're right.
You probably get
Why will it not let me
three,
into
400
Annabelle's bag.
400 gold a pound.
Well, I'll haggle. Should I do that? God, am I gonna haggle with William?
You should let Drac do that.
No, I think he'd be more apt for that.
Drax-
I'm more of under the table haggling.
Ah.
I'm what you clean the money in.
Oh, so you're a money launderer.
I was about to say you're a launderer then.
I mean, given the fact that I work with Drac, yes.
You're my laundry. You're my laundromat.
Yeah, I am your laundromat.
Oh god, I'm the muscle. Gil's the laundromat.
Rose is the unhinged orphan we picked up along the way.
Zorloff is the unhinged doctor.
That we met along the way.
John is our assassin.
Met along the way.
Oh, we met along the way.
Anathil is just in the wrong group.
Yep.
No, I'm the one that bails you guys out when you guys get caught.
She's
I
our
have
face.
never been caught.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But no, so Gil would go after William and be like, hey, so I know we sent you a message about this a long time ago. Are you still interested in this wormwood?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd be interested. I didn't think you guys still had it.
We absolutely still have it. We've been holding on to it until we got here.
Oh yeah, then come talk to me like tomorrow.
Sounds ducky. And I will begin formulating a marketing strategy. But yeah, so we're gonna sell the wormwood to William.
Right, and then where are we planning on going next time? Well, we're meeting Imperials in Aurelia then.
Also, let's just visit Warriors Peak and
The wall.
Because a day and a half to Warriors Peak, so
Buddy,
we'll
check your fucking DMs. Good lord.
Sorry. Didn't tell me.
Shouldn't
And
have to.
then,
You
like,
should hear the ping and look.
if we get there early, we can spend the half a day in Warriors Peak, look around the place, and then keep on moving towards Aurelia.
I have my pinger off, to be fair.
Yeah, that is fair. Okay, I think I can make this one work. I just need to do some cropping.
I'm gonna step away.
Oh.
Is this something I should be involved in?
I'm just tired.
So good, my man.
Gotta get some rest.
Okay.
And Drac steps away from the table.
Oh, so that's not you out of game saying you're stepping away. That's
No.
Drac
No, it's
in
in game. In
stepping
game.
away.
He's
Sorry.
stepping away.
Okay. That confused me for a second.
Yeah, same.
Give me perception rolls.
All right.
Okay.
All of us?
Everyone at the table, at least.
Who's at the table?
Rolled a fucking 2.
Gil's just sipping a cup of tea or something.
Gil and Jean.
Jean de Rayo.
Well, actually, how well is she hiding it? Only Gil sees this.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, if anyone's gonna notice.
Hey, Gil, you happen to notice, like, as soon as Edon leaves the table, Anethil kind of gets a little fidgety. It's very, very subtle, but she kind of looks like she wants to leave.
Gil's gonna raise an eyebrow looking at that, sip his cup of tea, and seating arrangements were interesting. So, I do have a question. Anethil, can I steal your bag of holding? I need to go through the one. Would you all mind giving me a hand, just making sure it's in good quality still? I'm gonna try and like make everyone but Anethil help me in this endeavor.
In all honesty, I don't know shit about that stuff.
Yeah, we're not trying to like praise it. We're just making sure that it's not like damaged or it's rotted out or something like that. You know, I never treated the wood.
And us,
Dude,
you and Rose are kind of like the best survival experts we have.
Exactly, you would know best. And then if we need to dry it out, we have Zoloff, and Jean has a very keen eye to things.
If you guys want, I can go upstairs and go grab one of my nature books again.
Yes, please do that. Go.
Go fast.
Gil, not knowing what's going on, knows she needs to leave the table. As Gil pulls out the wormwood onto the table.
For the rest of you guys at the party, since Gil and Anethil are obviously acting a little strange, sense motives.
Gonna bluff.
I am going to.
Nope.
I am going to choose to do my re-roll. Okay, maybe not.
There's no need.
Yeah, we all beat him.
Yeah, we all beat him.
So, Gil.
Anethil's got it. To be honest, no idea.
There.
Anethil seems a little perturbed when Edon left. It is not my place until it becomes our problem. It is not our place. Obviously, there's something that either she needs to get off her chest or tells Edon, and she didn't want to make it obvious, so I found an excuse.
You guys do
Fair
anything?
enough.
You guys do anything?
Yes. I'm gonna go try and stealthily see what they're doing.
Can I? Sounds like a bad idea. Try and stop you.
It's a bad idea to try and stop me.
Us can look at Gil and be like, "Come on, aren't you the slight bit curious as well?"
Come on, you gotta be wondering.
I am very curious. Do not get me wrong, but Drac has his own. Drac has his own monsters he's dealing with, and obviously this is something to feed on and Drac. It is not our place until it becomes our business.
Come on, John.
John, I can stop.
To the gangster bad boys in the underworld. Goody two shoes
Can
and
you just respect their privacy?
No.
Who else is going with
Come on,
us?
John.
What it? We all love classic stories. I want to Snoop.
Oh, Snoop.
Gil's gonna sip his tea, being like, I tried.
You want tea too, don't you?
I'm perfectly fine with the tea in
You're
my
drinking
cup.
tea right now.
That's okay. I'll bring you back the tea. And off we go.
I'm
Okay.
like trying to. Do I have anything to stop them? I really don't.
Okay, so I need stealth rolls from the 5 of you.
Oh, my stuff is nasty. What the fuck?
Well, I'm being seen.
Oh, okay. I rolled super low. Fucking 7.
I rolled an 11.
Welcome to the long line of my characters can't lie.
Oh, your dragons are long.
You guys are just dragging Zorloff along.
Gil is just sitting there drinking his tea. Like he
Alright.
tried.
Oh, Gil's not coming?
No, Gil is
No,
just.
he said he wasn't.
Okay,
I
fair.
am respecting their privacy.
Alright, Danu, I need a stealth roll.
Right,
I-
fucking
I
coin
tried.
weight. That would do it.
I tried to
I'm
get
being
Gil
a
to join
good
us.
noodle.
Oh, well.
Even with the armor off, it's still doing that to me. Jesus. Okay. Hold on. I'm looking at things. Do I have anything? Anything?
Anything?
Anything?
Anything?
Still need that stealth roll, Dave.
I don't
I-
think that I have any kind of
I had
way of
Sorry.
making myself any less
invisibility.
visible.
I had a greater invisibility scroll. I don't know who I gave it to.
ready
but
for
I
this?
gave it
Anethil.
away.
That was an
Oh my
18 on the
fucking
die.
God.
Oh my god.
Wait, I thought Anethil gave it to someone.
We used that.
Hey, you guys used it already.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh,
so you guys, as stealthily as you guys can to peep in on what Anethil and Edon are doing, you guys make your way up the stairs. And then, as who's leading this pack actually?
Probably ask.
Jean.
The stealthiest of us.
I give them the signals to stop and go. I want to go first.
So, Jean, as you make your way to the top of the stairs, you happen to peek down the hallway, and immediately you hold up your hand, signaling everybody to stop. As you can see Anethil like trying to hype herself up. You can see her like mumbling to herself. Make me a perception roll.
Where am I? Where's my character sheet? Where am I? Why did I put it away knowing this was going to happen? Oh.
Okay. All right. So what you can hear her like trying to hype herself up, and she says, "Come on, Anethil. It's just a question. One question. Just knock on the damn door." And then she like turns and like faces the door and like holds her hand up, and then drops it and starts pacing again.
I kind of try to back around the corner again so it's not be spotted.
It's at this moment Drac opens the door.
No.
No,
No, just
No.
messing.
That would be funny though.
I peek back around the corner.
So and again, Anatol's like standing in front of the door. She's like motioning for just the knock of the damn door, and then finally, she immediately just like do real quick, and she like backs off.
I put my hand over my mouth.
It's open.
I kind of signal them to slowly peek if they want to see.
But Jean,
Definitely peeking.
you
Yeah.
don't hear anything on the other side of the door. And you see Anethel walk up again, and she knocks on the door again, and she goes, "Edon, can I ask you something real quick?" Then her face changes a little bit. She knocks again, this time a little bit louder. "Edon?" Then suddenly, with a face of concern, you see her like reach for the doorknob, and the door opens. She like steps inside a little bit, and you don't see her for probably a solid 2-3 minutes. And then the door, you hear the door swing wide open, and it smashes into the wall as Anethil comes barreling out of the room, and then runs to the staircase, almost directly into you guys. And she like grabs Jean by the shoulders, and she looks at you guys and say, "Edon's missing."
Oh,
Reading the
fuck.
Winter Hollow newspaper, sipping tea. Wonder what's going on.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Da 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 da!
Why do they always get kidnapped?
I think this was a choice on his own volition.
I know.
Why do they always get kidnapped? Especially my characters.
Dude,
Okay, this is the image that I found.
How traumatizing this must be for the NPCs.
All right.
Every time someone gets kidnapped.
I mean, Osiris was kidnapped, what, 3 times?
Yeah,
That
about
is-
that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Gil, unaware, because he was.
Yeah, it was almost kidnapped once.
But Gil, now being the polite one, is gonna try and pry later on and be like, "So what did you have to tell him?"
All right.
Or-
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a lot of talking in theater of the mind today, but with major time skips like this, it's very difficult in order to actually plan out so much things to happen all in a small amount of time within a very tight-knit community such as Winter Hollow. But either way, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned in next week to figure out what exactly Anethil saw.
Da, 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 da.
So,
Dun 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 dun.
next week, every Thursday, as per usual, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at the Silent Table. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. God, imagine the day I actually play a bard.
Sayonara.